Hey, what's up? So today we'll be creating this AI image generator using OpenAI's API. We create this with Vite and Tailwind. So you can type in a prompt, click on create. It takes a little bit to load and it should come out with a nice image of an apple in the ocean. So now let's get started on this project. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. But before I do, I just want to say ignore all the toys you guys see in the background. Me and my wife were currently painting our kids' playroom, so we had to put all the toys in here. So yeah, let's head over to Vite and start our project. Go ahead, get started. And we're going to do an npm create Vite latest. So let's just copy this. And I already got a fresh folder open in VS Code. Go ahead and paste it in there. And it's going to ask a few questions. Your project name, you can name it whatever you want. But since I'm already in a folder that I want to create the project in, I'm just going to put a dot. And then package name, U2 image app. We'll be using React and TypeScript. You don't have to use TypeScript if you don't want to. And after we do that, we have to run an npm install, or you could just do npm I. All right. And while that's installing, we got to head over to Tailwind. So just type in Tailwind Vite. I spelled Tailwind wrong. And click on install Tailwind CSS with Vite. And we can skip to step number 2 because we already installed Vite and everything. So let's go ahead and copy this. Now that's done. Let's go ahead and paste that in there. And give that a second. And while that's going, we go ahead to step number 3 and copy this template. And we should get a tailwind config.jss file. Go ahead and click on that and just click on select all and just paste everything from step number 3. All right, and just go ahead and save it. And then down to step number 4, we're going to copy all of this and then head over to our source folder. And inside of index.css, go ahead and copy all and then paste. And that's all we should have in our index.css. And now let's go ahead and just clean up the files a little bit. So inside, we don't need an app.css actually. Let's just delete it. We don't even need it. Inside the app.tsx, go ahead and select all, delete, and do the little snippet RAFE, and just keep it like that for now. All right, and that's really it. You can just keep everything else the same. So what I like doing, for some reason, VS Code does like this little history thing. I don't know how to cut it off. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do it, but I never really searched up how to do it. But I just go to get ignore and just add that in there. So .history. And then while we're here, let's actually add .env as well, because we'll be using OpenAI's API, and we don't want anybody stealing our API key when we upload it to GitHub. Okay, all right, so now let's go ahead and start. I say we go ahead and do the UI first, you know, get it looking nice, and then we'll add the functionality afterwards. All right, so I do have the GitHub open for this project on my other monitor, so I'll be looking back and forth just so I can get the code correct, because I want to say this took me about 3 days to do. The main part was getting OpenAPI to work. The API wasn't working for me for some reason, but I finally figured it out. And yeah, so let's go ahead and start with styling, and then we'll focus on, you know, adding the functionality afterwards. So we're going to do a return, and inside here we're going to have a div, and we're going to have our h1, and this is going to say AI image generator app or generator. All right, so like that. And It's kind of a rookie mistake. I didn't even start the server. So let's do an npm run dev and go ahead and start the server. And if you're using Vite, normally you'd get the localhost 3000, but with Vite they give you localhost 5173. So let's go there. Vite, where you at? I guess we'll just type in localhost 5173. All right, there we go. AI image generator, and let's just make sure our Tailwind is working. So let's do a class name of text5xl. See if it's working. All right, perfect. So our Tailwind is working. I probably should have checked that when we installed Tailwind. All right, so let's go and save that and get that looking like that. And so for this div, we're gonna do a class name of width screen. That is width of 100 view width, and then we're gonna do a height screen, which is height 100 view height, and we're gonna do a BG black. So we should see some now. So as you can see, everything turned black. And we're gonna make this a big old flex box flexed. We're gonna do a justify center. I'm gonna do an item center, and just so everything could be centered. And we also gonna do a flex col. So we're gonna make it the flex direction a column, and a padding of 5, and a text of center. So now let's go and just change the color of this to white. Now it should be nice and oh. Oh man, I need to go to sleep. Holy crap, I just put white. All right, text white. There we go. So now it's nice and centered in our screen, and that's all because of the power of Flexbox. All right, so let's go ahead and start styling this H1. We're gonna put like a little nice gradient on it. Let's do our class name. We're gonna do a text of 5xl, a font of bold. Probably should change the color first so we can see it, right? Let's go ahead and do that. So this is another thing that kind of held me up. I kind of wanted to do, you know, a gradient on text, and it wasn't working for me either, but finally figured this out as well. So I'm gonna do a BG gradient to R like that, and then we just gotta do space from dash pink, and once we type it this time we can just copy it for the rest of them. So pink 500, and then we're gonna do via yellow 300 to dash green 300, and then as you can see, that makes the background of it, and this is what got me right here. But if you add a text transparent like that, it disappears. And here's the trick. You gotta add a BG of clip text, I believe, BG clip text, and there we go. So now you have your gradient. Why does it look like it's cut off right there? That G doesn't look right. It's weird. All right, so that's that. I think that's all we really need. We can do a uppercase as well. Make it uppercase, and I think that looks a lot better. All right, and so after that, so this is our H1. After our H1, we're gonna have a span, and the class is going to be text white, and inside the span is going to be create images using artificial, probably spelled that wrong, intelligence, intelligence, and then try it out. Try it now. That's what I put. All right, there we go. And so we got text white for the span, and we're just gonna do a font of semi bold. Like that. All right, nice. All right, so we got our H1, we got our span, and underneath the span is where we're gonna have our input. So let's do a little space like that, and we're gonna do a form. And for some reason it always does this little action thing. We don't need that. Let's do a form, and we're just gonna do a class name of just margin top of 20 for the form. And we're just gonna make it a flex as well, like that. All right. And in here, we're just gonna have an input and a button. So for the input, it's gonna be a type text. And we're gonna do just a placeholder for now. We're just gonna do a placeholder of just text. Let's just do text for now, because we're gonna change all of this and have that type in and delete in placeholder. For the class name, we're going to have a width of 80 and a rounded of MD and a PX of 1. So there we go. All right, and like I said, you could just keep that placeholder for now. And I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, I guess that's how it wants to format. All right, that's cool. All right, so we're gonna do a button now. Oh wow, the freaking Xbox is on in the back. My son was playing Rocket League. Probably should cut that off. All right, so we're gonna do a button, and inside this button, we're gonna have a span, and we want our gradient here, because we're gonna do create like that for the span, and then we're gonna use that little sparkle emoji. I'm just gonna go copy it from my GitHub. It's a little sparkle emoji like that, and we want our gradient. So like I said, we just had to type it one time. We could just grab it now, grab all of this, make sure you get the BG clip text as well, and we're gonna copy it down here inside of the span like that. Oh, well, not like that. Make sure you put class and then paste like that. All right, as you can see, we got our create button, and we do need a little bit more styling on this. So we're gonna do a PY of 1 like that. We're gonna do a PX of 3. All right, gives a little bit of space on that left, and we're gonna do a text of 2XL like that, and a cursor pointer. Cursor pointer like that. All right, so there we go. Nice. All right, and let me just make sure we did all that correctly. Make sure I didn't forget anything. It's a bunch of styling. Like Tailwind makes it so hard to read. I'm not gonna lie, it makes code barely readable when you got a bunch of styles. That's the downside of Tailwind. All right, so we got our button, we got our form, and yeah, it looks pretty nice. And I think that's really it, actually. We do have some other stuff at the bottom, but we can't really do that yet. We gotta focus on the functionality. So all right, so that's the styling for this. Let's go ahead and work on that type in and delete in placeholder. That took me a while to get as well. So let's go ahead. We're gonna need use state, we're gonna need use ref, and we're also gonna need use effect. So let's go ahead and import use state. I'm gonna get use ref and use effect like that. All right, and let's go ahead and just go ahead and do our state now. I'm gonna do a const, and I'm gonna do placeholder, set placeholder, think placeholder is one word. All right, set placeholder, and this is just going to equal a use state, and for the default it's just going to be empty quotations like that. All right, so this is a bunch of code. So first we're going to have our phrases. So we're going to make an array of phrases. So let's do phrases, and this is going to equal an array. And you could come up with any phrases you want. I'm gonna copy these. I did 4 phrases and paste that in here right quick. So I did a pineapple in the ocean, astronaut on the moon with a beer, a dog walking a cat, Superman on the train. Like I said, you can do as many as you want, and you can also do any phrase you want. So let's do. Now we gotta set our typing speeds, our deleting speed, and deleting before typing speeds. So under the phrases, we're gonna do a const, and we're gonna do our typing speed first. So typing speed, and we're just gonna equal that to 100. All right, and then we're gonna do our deleting speed. So const deleting speed, and we can equal that to 50. And then we're going to do another const of delay before deleting, and this is going to be equals 1000. And actually change this so it's not delay before deleting, it's delay before typing. And like I said, you can change these numbers, you can play around with it, but these are the ones that I found out to be the best. And I did this, I want to say I did a typing and deleting effect on probably about 3 projects now, and it's the same exact code. I just went to my GitHub and literally copied it. So you guys followed one of my tutorials before, it's literally the same thing. So so after this, we're gonna do a const, and we're gonna do a typing timer ref, and this is going to equal a use ref, and the value is going to be null, like that. All right, we might get some TypeScript errors, but just ignore them for now. So let's go ahead and do our use effect now. So use effect. All right, and in this, we're gonna go ahead and do our let. We're gonna do let current index, and this is going to equal 0. And I spelled indeed. I've been looking for jobs too much. I'm thinking of Indeed. All right, we're gonna do let current text, and that's gonna equal empty quotations. And then we're going to do another let, and this is going to be is deleting, and that's going to equal just false, like that. All right, and this use effect is going to be really long, really long. All right, so let's go ahead and do our function. Probably should just copy and paste this, but I'll just type it all. Let's go and do our function, and it's just going to be type. You can name this function anything you want. All right, so function, I probably should spell function right. Function, and we're gonna do a const current phrases, and this is going to equal phrases and our current index. All right, and then now we got to do our if else statement. So if it's deleting, we're going to do our current text. We're going to do substring. So we're going to do if is deleting. We're going to do current text equals current dot phrases. Wait, hold on. Current text, current phrase, sorry. I probably should change that to phrase instead of phrases. Is that even a word? Phrases? Current phrase. And we're gonna do dot substring. And this takes a value of 0. Actually, I think that, yeah, this takes 3 or 2 values. So we're gonna do current text dot length. And we're gonna do -1. All right. So that is deleting. So that's if it's deleting our current text, and then we're grabbing current phrases. Sorry about my camera resetting. And we're doing dot substring, and then we're doing 0 current dot text, and we're basically deleting each letter. Okay, that's a better way to explain it. And then we're gonna do an else. We're gonna do a current text equals current phrase dot substring. And again, this takes 2 values, and it's gonna be 0. And we're just gonna do the same thing but +1. So current dot text dot length +1. So if it's not deleting, it's removing the letter. And if it is deleting, it's removing the letter. When it's not, it is adding the letter back. All right, so that's that. And right after this, we're gonna set our placeholder to current text, like that. All right. And now we need to do some weird stuff. Else statement, if else, else if else, all that shit. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So after this, we're gonna do if is deleting and in current text triple equals current phrase. We want to set is deleting to true. All right, and then we're gonna do typing timeref dot current. And this is going to equal set timeout. And a timeout takes 2 arguments. We're gonna do type, and then we're gonna do delay before typing. All right, and then so that's that if statement. Now we gotta do an else if right after this. And we're gonna do is deleting and current text equals an empty string. We're gonna set is deleting to false. Probably should just literally just copy this. All right, so we got a little error here. So set is deleting, else if is deleting, and current text triple equals that. Okay, it seems like it's right. So we're gonna set that to false, and we're gonna do a current text or current index actually. Current index equals current index +1, and then we're gonna do a little % like that, and we're gonna do phrases dot length like that. All right, and we are getting an error for some reason. Is deleting. Okay, I forgot the extra n like that. All right, so phrases dot length. And now we need to do our type in timer ref as well. So type in timer ref dot current, and this is going to equal set timeout. And again, this takes 2 things as well. So we're gonna do type and type in speed like that. All right, as you can see, we are getting some TypeScript errors. To fix that, let's just go ahead and fix it now, just so we won't forget. So up here in the cons, type in timer ref, where we're giving it use ref and null. Right between the use ref and null, you just want to add node JS dot timeout, I think. And then you want to actually dot timeout, and then you want to do or null, like that. And maybe that works. Node.js dot timeout. Cannot find namespace Node.js. That is weird. This is exactly what I have on mine. So cons type in ref, use ref, no space, no. I guess we could just keep it like this for now. Yeah, just keep it like that for now. So type. All right, so where are we at? So type in speed, and then so right after this we're gonna do a else, like that. And just last one, we're gonna do a typing timer ref dot current, and this is going to equal a set timeout. And again, this takes type, and we're gonna do a is deleting. So if it is deleting, we're gonna return deleting speed, and we're gonna do typing speed like that. All right, do I still got that error up there? That is weird. I wonder why. This is exactly what I have for mine. Node.js that timeout. I think I know why, actually. Hold on. So placeholder. I guess we can just keep it like this for now. All right, so we do have a little bit more code in this. Like I said, I probably should just copied all of this shit, because I got I had this on my GitHub, and no, I did not figure this out myself. As you guys can tell, I'm just literally copying from my GitHub. I wanted to add it to one of my projects a while back, and I found a Stack Overflow that showed how to do it. And yeah, so this is how you do it. You can literally just, once you do it one time, you just copy and paste it to all your other projects if you feel like adding it. So yeah, right underneath this, we're going to add, so that's the else for that. Let me just make sure, function. So yeah, still inside the function, or maybe it's outside of the function now. So yeah, outside of the function, we're going to add typing timer ref dot current, and this is going to equal a set timeout again, and this is going to be type comma delay before typing, like that. And did it get rid of it yet? No, it's still there. Cannot find namespace. Timeout. That is so weird. This is exactly what I have. All right, let's keep going. Maybe it'll disappear. All right, so the label for typing, and now we got to do our return. So we're gonna return like that, and we're gonna do a const timer, and this is gonna be equal typing timer ref dot current. All right, and then we do need a little if to get rid of that little TypeScript error. So if timer is not equal to null, we just want to clear timeout of timer like that. All right, so yeah, we got some TypeScript errors. This is weird. That's what I'm saying. I should have probably just copied and pasted this instead of typing all of it. All right, so const, yep, we got some errors. When it turns white like that, we got some errors. All right, so const time, I think I see it, const timer like that. And the const timer, let's type in timer ref.current. All right, we're back. We are back. All right. Let's see if this works. We can actually see if it works now. Let's go ahead down to our form, and instead of text here, let's just go ahead and add placeholder, and then we'll go from here, see if it works. Refresh. A. it just typed A. Okay, so yeah, we got some problems here. All right, let's see what the problem is. So we got set current, set holder. All right, so we do have some TypeScript errors, but we could just actually, to get this to work, all we got to do is just add our dependency array. I forgot to add that. When we're using use effect, you got to make sure you add this array at the end of it. And now once you save it, you should see typing and deleting. I probably should have just copied and pasted this whole thing instead of typing it all. I probably would have saved us about 20 minutes. But yeah, so that's how you do it. We are going to fix these errors. But now I say we go ahead and head over to OpenAI and get our API key so we can start generating some images. All right, so we can head over to OpenAI. And I probably should have mentioned this before I actually started the project. So if you want to use OpenAI's API, you are going to need to add a card on there. I believe with the free account, I think you get a free like $5, but to use the API, I think you actually have to add a card on it. And yeah, it used to be free, I was told. But I just started really getting into, using AI, and yeah, it's not free anymore. So you gotta add your card, and I believe it's like 2 cents or 1 cent an image or something like that, which isn't too bad. So if you want to just create this project for practice and see how it works, you can add your card up there and spend a couple cents if you want to test it out and show off to your friends. Let me see how much. I've generated a ton of images already, so let's see my usage. Get over to overview. I don't know where to check. Account. And I forgot to cut off that Xbox. All right. So my usage limit is $120, and I've spent 41 cents, which isn't too bad. They don't take $120. I believe I would have to pay this 41 cents. So note that this may include usage covered by free trial. Okay, so like I said, I think you get a free $5 once you create an account, a new account, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe I'm still on a free account. I'm not sure, but yeah, I spent 41 cents. 38 cents today, or yesterday, and 4 cents today. How the hell did I spend 4 cents? I didn't even use it. It's 12:06. It's only 6 minutes. It's only been 6 minutes today. How? Please tell me how. Somebody got my API key? All right. Yeah, so yeah, you're gonna need to do that, and once you add your card and everything, you can head over to APIs. Let's see, API reference, not there. Okay, yeah, click on your name and then go to view API keys, and you need to make sure you keep this key secret, because somebody can really screw you over with this one. So make sure, I'm gonna delete all of this shit before this video even get uploaded. So go ahead and click on create. You don't need to add a name if you don't want, and you just want to copy. And we're gonna head over to our .env, which we didn't make yet. So let's go ahead and create that. So we're gonna do .env, and I forgot what we gotta name it. We could just name it Vite. You gotta make sure you name it Vite, because if you don't name it Vite, it won't work. So do Vite OpenAI _API key, like that. I think that's good, and gotta be in quotes like that. We're gonna save it like that, and then click saved, and make sure that that's all right. Cool. So we got that, and now inside of our code, let's go ahead and start fetching our API and stuff. So we are going to need to actually, let's head back over to OpenAPI, go to the docs, and go to maybe quick start, I believe. Actually, let's go to let's head over to image generation. So this shows you how to actually do it. It's really simple. You can literally just copy this right here and it'll most likely work, but you do gotta import, some things. So let's go ahead and we gotta do an npm I in OpenAPI. Sorry. So let's do npm I OpenAI. Alright, so I was checking the package.json. So yeah, inside the package lock.json, you should see OpenAI 3.30. I need to go to sleep, it's pretty late. Alright, so let's go ahead inside of our code at the top. We're gonna go ahead and import configuration from OpenAI, should auto complete, and we're gonna do OpenAI API. I keep saying Open API because it's like a tongue twister. I'm trying to get the API from OpenAI, or OpenAI API. It's like a tongue twister. All right, so we are going to need some state. So we're going to need cons prompt, and we're going to do a set prompt. And the default value for this, use state, empty quotes, and I spelled prompt wrong. What the hell is prompt? And then we're gonna need a result. So const result. I'm gonna do a set result. And this is going to equal the same thing, empty quotes, like that. All right, and we're gonna do loading as well. So we have a nice little loading screen once the image is, loading and getting created. Cause I'm not gonna lie, it could take a while. Use state, and it's going to equal false, like that. All right, and I believe that is all of the state that we have to do. So prompt, result, and loading. All right, so down here underneath our long typing and deleting function use effect thingy, let's go ahead and start configuring our OpenAPI API. All right, so we're gonna do a const configuration. Make sure that it is configuration. Make sure it's not uppercase. Okay, that's really important. So do new, and this one could be uppercase. New configuration, and in here we're gonna have our API key. And when you're using Vite, this is one thing that really held me up as well. When you're using Vite, you cannot just do a process, you know, .env dot, you know, the API key. Vite, you have to do a import .meta .env. I don't know why, but this is what you have to do to get it to work, and it took me a while to figure that out. And we're just going to Vite, going to copy that over. Vite, and make sure you add Vite inside of your name as well. Wait, so why am I getting error? .api key. I believe you got to add a comma right there, maybe. So import .meta .api key, and for some reason I am getting an error. All right, let's keep it like that for now. We'll see why we're getting that error. Maybe we have to do a let's do a const OpenAI, and this is going to equal new OpenAI API configuration, like that. All right, so that got rid of that. Okay, unsafe assignment of any. Unsafe assignment of any. No, we don't. Nah, that's weird. All right, let's keep it like that for now, I guess. We'll fix everything afterwards. All right, so there is a bug for some reason when you just have it like this. And actually, let's do everything first, and then we'll fix that bug. That held me up a very long time. All right, so we're gonna do const, we're gonna do generate image, and this is gonna be an async function, and do e that. And first thing we're gonna do is a e dot prevent default, like that. Prevent default. All right. Async. All right, cool. And we're gonna go ahead and set our placeholder, and we're gonna set it to backticks search, and our prompt. So make sure you do backticks prompt, and then dot like that. All right, that placeholder to that, and we're gonna set loading to true, like that. And we really don't need to set placeholder there. I don't think we do, actually. That was for something else. Yeah, I don't think we need that placeholder there. All right, so set loading to true, and we're gonna do our try catch. We're gonna do try, and do const res, you name it response if you want. Do await open AI dot create image, like that. And this is all on the docs, so we're gonna do a prompt, and it's going to be prompt, like that. And we're gonna do an n, which is number, so you can do one image, you can do two images. I believe it goes up to 10. And for the size, there's different type of sizes. You got to go to the docs and look. Oh, here they go, right here. Okay, so you can do 1024 by 1024, 256. I did 512 by 512, and make sure you add the comma there. And for the hell of it, just add another comma. All right, and right after this, we're gonna do a set loading to false, like that, and we're going to set our result to res dot data with the index of 0 dot URL, like that. So we are gonna get a TypeScript error. To get rid of this, just put a exclamation point like that, and then you can console.log the result as well if you want, but we don't need to because I think it should work. So catch error. So when you're doing a try catch, you got to make sure you do that catch at the end or it won't work. So if we're going to set loading to false, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to do if, so this is for TypeScript. I had a TypeScript error and this is the way to fix it. So I'm going to do if error triple equals string, like that. We're just gonna console dot error, and you could just do error generating image, like that. And then let's do an else if error. I'm gonna do an instance of error. We're going to console error a message, and these messages can literally be anything you want it to be. So error generating image again, and then we could just actually let's do backticks. We'll do it like this. Do backticks, and then we'll do error generating image, and then we'll do error dot message, like that. All right, so we got our else if, and you already know if we do if else if, we still need an else. So let's do an else, and we're just gonna do a console dot error unknown error, like that. All right, unknown error. All right, so with that, we can actually test out our app. We didn't even add the on click to the button. So let's go ahead and do that. Do on click, and we're just gonna do generate image, like that. Let's see, Apple. All right, so yeah, we're getting some errors right now. Header user agent. So that's an error that I was getting a while back. I said a while back, like I just made this like 4 months ago. This is the error I was getting yesterday. And to fix that, we have to add some code underneath our API key. We have to add configuration dot base options dot headers, and we're going to equal that to authorization and do the bearer bearer, always spell it wrong, and then we're just going to plus our API key like this, and as you can see, it got rid of the error. Oh no, it didn't. I thought it did. Maybe now we've got more errors. Nice. All right, so yeah, so what I did was delete the little ESLint file. I normally do whenever I'm using Vite at the beginning, because I'm already using TypeScript, and it just comes up with just extra errors to fix. So I always do. I delete that file, and once you delete it, just restart your file. I mean your VS Code, and then it should get rid of all of this stuff now, and you should only have 5 errors. And this is TypeScript. We're gonna fix this. Like for example, we just gotta add a form event from React to fix that error. So just do form event like that, and then down here we're just gonna do form event, and that fixes that one. Now we're down to 4, and like I said, we're just gonna come back and fix those. And it seems like it's just this. Okay, so yeah, we'll definitely fix those, but we need to figure out how we're gonna get our image and stuff to load. So let's go ahead and start our server back up. npm run dev, and everything is looking good. Our typing and deleting is working. So now we need to, once we click create, we want the images to be at the bottom here. So let's go ahead and add that in. So underneath the form right here, we're going to do results. I'll just do result, I guess. Result dot length is greater than 0. So if the results dot length is greater than 0, we're going to return a image. And the src, let's just go ahead and close it. Src is going to be our result like that, and our alt is just going to be we can just do like generated image like that. And for our else, we're just going to return some fragments like that. All right, and we can go ahead and set our width and stuff. Actually, let's do it. We already got our width. Let's just do a class name of just margin top of 10. All right, we need to set a on change, and this is going to equal e, and it's just going to be actually, yep, we're going to do set prompt to e dot target dot value. And for TypeScript, just do as string like that. Over top of our results dot length, we're gonna go ahead and do our loading. Trying to see something. So if it's loading, we're gonna have a div with a class name of text 5XL, font bold, a uppercase like that, and then in here just gonna be loading with 3 dots like that. We need an else, and else is just gonna be fragments, so like that. Let's see what we did wrong here. Div like that. Now I'm getting a bunch of errors. What is this? Expected. Wait, did I do it right? So loading. Oh, okay. I see what I did wrong here. So it just needs closing one like that. And then let's also do a text of white. Just want to see, like, does it show this loading? It does show the loading, okay. But it's not generating our images. You gotta love coding, man. You gotta love coding. Just sat here for about, I want to say 45 minutes trying to figure this out, and you guys will never believe what it was. Let's go ahead and refresh. And as you can see, we typed in Apple and it doesn't work. So you got to head over to the configuration base options headers, and you just got to add a space right there. Press save, and now when you click create, it creates your image. Unfucking believable. Oh man. All right, so there we go. We got our image, which is nice, and we do just need to style up that loading a bit. It just doesn't look right. As you can see, it's right there. Wonder why my margin top isn't working. Class name. Oh, that's not it. All right, so text. Let's go ahead and do our gradient. So let's grab all of this here and paste it inside of the loading. Now when we click it, it's there, and we could just add a margin top of 20 to it as well, and it generates a new image every time you probably don't add that big of a margin. Hold on, let's go back. Index. What's the margin I added on here? Let's just do 10. Like that. All right, so click create. And there we go. All right, so that's really it. Image generator. You could type in, let's just have some fun with it right quick. Let's do a apple in the ocean. And sometimes you gotta like keep recreating it to get like a nice one. Let's see what they give us. Oh, apple in the ocean. Let's see what else we get. Go and close out some of this stuff. Another apple in the ocean. Alright, so that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next video. I'm actually working on a vanilla portfolio website. It looks really nice. Probably one of my best looking sites, to be honest. So I'm working on that. Hopefully I'll get that finished here and maybe tomorrow or the day after. And then I plan on remaking my first Tailwind project. If you guys follow my coding journey videos, you guys know that project was really nice to me. But I look back at it now and just see so many changes I can make just to make it look better. So I do plan on going back and fixing that up, and I might make a video on that as well. But yeah, that's really it for me today. I will see you guys next video. Peace.